Board of Public Works and Safety meeting for Thursday, March 13th, 2025 is now called to order. 3 board members and legal counsel are present. First order of business tonight is the approval of minutes for February 27th, 2025.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have claims for payment. First is for March 7th in the amount of $164,094.91.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have claims for payment for March 14th in the amount of $447,649.80.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have payroll claims for payment for March 6th in the amount of $840,683.60.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Then we have a special payroll claims for payment for February 28th in the amount of $89,025.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have requests. We have 3 street closure requests, beginning with requests related to the restoration of the Reedmore Building, and Detective Ridgway is here to present on those.
Good evening. So the first street closure is going to be with Hunt Construction. They are requesting again another street closure in the 900 block of East Main. Going to be for the March 19th from 7 a.m. to noon. It's just like last time. They've already spoken with the businesses. There is no business that will be affected in that block at that time frame. They don't open until later in the afternoon. They're going to use the same barricades as last time on both ends, notifying of the road closure as well.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have the opening day parade for the Evening Optimist Club.
That one's going to be Saturday, May 3rd, with a rain day of May 10th from approximately 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's going to be from Northwest 8th Street and North A. Teams will gather there by the school. We will have an officer in the front to lead the parade and an officer following behind as well. Street Department is also going to block it, Northwest 13th, to allow that as well. So we are good with that one.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And then finally, we have Depot District Dogs Night Out.
They're requesting a street closure for Dogs Night Out. They're going to close both ends of North 8th and D. They're going to have vendors along that pathway. They're also going to set up for canine demonstrations in that empty lot next to Paint the Town. That's going to be August 23rd from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Looks like they're looking for North D Street from North 9th to North Figure 8, and North 8th Street from D to the intersection of Fort Wayne and E Street.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Next, we have bid openings for the towing of city-owned vehicles. We have 2 bids to open. First bid is from Pardo's Services Incorporated. For automobiles, mileage outside of city limits is $65 for days, $75 for nights. That's round trip. For pickup trucks, mileage outside of city limits, round trip, $65 days, $75 nights. For small buses, mileage outside of city limits, round trip is $100 for days, $125 nights. For side loaders per hour per truck, $200 days, $225 nights. And for 3 cubic yard trash trucks per hour per trucks, $200 for days, $225 for nights. For axle pulls, we have $65 each. Driveline disengagements, $65 each. Recovery with large wrecker, including operator, $450 per hour. Each additional operator, $65 per hour. Compressed air, $0 per hour. Per mile charge outside of city limits, $5 large wrecker. Second bid is from Inglewood Truck Towing and Recovery. For automobiles, mileage outside of city limits round trip, $75 days, $75 nights. Pickup trucks, mileage outside of city limits round trip, $75 days, $75 nights. For small buses, mileage outside city limit round trip, $125 days, $125 nights. Side loaders per hour per truck, $225 days, $225 nights. 3 cubic yard trash trucks per hour per truck, $225 days, $225 nights. Axle pulls, $75 each. Driveline disengagements, $75 each. Recovery with large wrecker, including operator, $400 per hour. Each additional operator, $75 per hour. Compressed air, in-sea per hour, and per mile charge outside of city limits, $5 for large wrecker. These will be taken under advisement. Oh, sorry. We do have more from Inglewood Truck Towing and Recovery. Single axle trucks and large buses, $225 days, $225 nights. Tandem axle trucks, $225 days, $225 nights. Fire trucks, axle lift only, $450 days, $450 nights. Street sweepers, $225 days, $225 nights. Combination sewer cleaning machines, $450 days, $450 nights. Axle pulls, $75 each. Driveline disengagements, $75 each. Recovery with large wrecker, including operator, $400 per hour. Each additional operator, $75 per hour. Compressed air in sea per hour. Per mile charge outside city limits, $6 per large wrecker. So here's the second half of part dos. Single axle trucks and large buses, $200 days, $200 nights. Tandem axle trucks, $225 days, $225 nights. Large trucks, axle lift only, $450 days, $450 nights. Street sweepers, $225 days, $225 nights. Combination sewer cleaning machines, $450 days, $450 nights. For axle pulls, $65 each. Driveline disengagements, $65 each. Recovery with large wrecker, including operator, $450 per hour. Each additional operator, $65 per hour. Compressed air, $0 per hour. Per mile charge outside city limits, $5 per large wrecker. And these will be taken under advisement. Next, moving on to contracts, we'll begin with revised contract number 25-2025 with American Test Center. And to present on this is Fire Chief Kinder.
Good evening.
Evening.
Do I need to rescind this first, or just go to the revised?
So because it's a revised contract, the prior contract, which was not signed, correct?
Correct.
You could technically rescind it, but since this is a revised one, it's not going to really matter because the original contract wasn't even fully executed.
Okay. Well, the Richmond Fire Department, a revised contract 2025 to American Test Center to provide testing and inspection service for our aerial and fire ground ladders and other related equipment, including not limited to platforms, snorkels, or towers for the city of Richmond, Richmond Fire Department, which testing and inspection of all equipment shall be completed in accordance with the National Fire Protection NFPA standards, service and amount not to exceed $3,842.50. The reason that the revised was because the one aerial truck has a 5-year test that was missed when we started the contract, and that's an extra added to the original contract was an increase of $665 from the original contract to the revised contract.
I did have a question. I assume you use the same company to do.
Pretty much, yeah, every year. We get 3 bids, but that company's been our lowest bidder for the last several years, so they have our record. So that process was caught when the contract was sent to be signed, and they realized that 2012 KME platform truck had to have a 5-year test. It was missed.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next up is contract number 34-2025 with Ray O'Haron. And
Good evening. Assistant Chief Crofta.
thank you.
So the contract is going to be with Ray O'Haron for furnishing tactical equipment for the SWAT team, not to exceed $35,013.
Yeah, I have a quick question. I briefly chatted with the chief coming in tonight.
Yes, sir.
As to whether or not you were going to need some additional equipment above beyond. This is the second request now for the SWAT team. He thought this pretty much would provide you with all the supplies that you need on there. And my question was, in your budgeting process, do you have a line item for the SWAT team, or do you just have a line item for equipment in the police?
Equipment, specifically not for the SWAT team.
Just
Yep.
specific
Yeah,
equipment?
yes, sir. Yep.
Okay. Do you know how much of that equipment line item you've utilized? I assume the cars are in there also?
No, I can't speak on that specifically, no, but all that would be, there's a line item for different aspects of it, but I can't specifically speak on that.
Okay, I'll check for the, thanks.
Yep, I can get that information for you
Okay,
if
that'd be helpful, yeah. Thank you.
Yep.
Move for approval.
Second.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next up, we have contract number 36-2025 with Penn Care Incorporated. Once again, Chief Kinder.
The Richmond Fire Department asked the Board of Public Works and Safety to approve the following contract, 36-2025, to Penn Care to provide 2026 Medics ambulance on a Ford F-450 chassis for the City of Richmond Fire Department in amount not to exceed $249,775. This won't be delivered until fourth quarter of '26. It's an 18 to 20 month build.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next, we have contract number 38-2025 with All You Can Lawn Care. And we have Code Enforcement Officer Cedric James.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Attached, you will find contract 38-2025. 3 requests for bids were sent out and 2 were received. All for You Lawn Care for $600. Red Dog Enterprises for $750, and A1 Real Estate Solutions, Inc. was non-responsive. I ask that contract number 38-2025 be approved and not to exceed the amount of $600 for all You Lawn Care for the emergency cleanup of the property located at 627 South 7th Street. Sorry about that. It's not weird.
I did have a question. Monica? Just so our paperwork is accurate, in our agenda, it lists the amount as $500 in the agenda, that would not exceed $500. In the other information, it shows $600. So I just want to make clear that the $600 is the accurate number, and
$600 is the accurate.
Okay, then I'm gonna need to revise that contract. And what I can do is, after the meeting tonight, so if you want to say, ask that the contract be amended to reflect $600, because then I probably put the wrong amount in the contract itself. I put 500. No, it says bid proposal amount 500.
yeah, the one proposal that we got under the memo showed $500, okay, that we got. On the agenda, it showed $600, and I just was trying to make sure exactly what the right number is. I'm gonna assume we would go by the memo sheet. It's
You wanna
not
look at
signed
the-
or anything.
Yeah, 600 should be the correct amount. You want me to go get the,
Yeah, but I have the bid amount proposal that was provided.
yeah, let me go take a look at it.
Okay, should be 500.
I don't know, I think something's not right there, but I believe it was 600. I have to go look at it.
You want to look at my copy? I put 500 in the boilerplate.
Yeah, it's a good case.
You want to table it?
Yeah, let's table it.
Would the board be okay with tabling it until next week?
Mr. President, I move to table the information on contract 38-2025 for further information.
Second?
Motion to table contract number 38-2025 has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cedric. Next, we have contract number 41-2025 with Cintas Corporation. I don't know if we have anyone to present on this evening.
I can read the memo, but I don't, not sure why TL's not here.
Okay.
I'm going to read the memo for TL, and I
Sure.
can't answer any questions.
I do have a question while you're getting ready to look at the memo. My question is, on the amount that we have here, does that provide not only the shop towels, the floor mats, cleaning service, but in the first sentence, it talks about uniforms. So are we also providing uniforms for this amount?
Seems
It doesn't say that in the memo.
Seems like we probably ought to table this one then, if we don't have sufficient
See
information.
what I'm saying, Jim?
I do.
Yeah, I mean, it just could be a typing error, they just didn't put it in there, but it doesn't say that, so, you know, if it's a contract, okay? If they are providing uniforms, if we sign this, they could come back and ask for more for the uniforms.
Yeah.
It says uniforms in his memo.
That's correct.
Formats, and it says uniforms in the contract itself.
But in this second paragraph, it only mentions shop towels and floor mats.
Let's table it, and I'll reach out to TL tomorrow morning, if you're okay with that.
Oh, I'm fine with that. I think they just left it out, but if they didn't, it makes a big difference. Uniforms for a year would cost a little bit of money.
Do you want to approve it contingent upon clarification?
Sure, it'd be fine with me. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine with the rest of the board.
I'll read it real quick, though. Dear board members, the street department is using QPA 82999 for biweekly cleaning of shop towels and floor mats, uniforms for the Richmond Street Department. Cintas provided needed information on February 21st, 2025. It is our recommendation to approve contract number 41-2025 to Cintas for shop towels and floor mat cleaning services in the amount of $2,657.72 annually.
It does shop towels,
Right.
clean floor mats only.
I'd say if the board would be okay with proving it contingent upon that, and then if there is a problem, I can revise the contract and have TL bring it back.
Sounds good. I would so move for approval.
Second?
All right, a motion has been properly made and seconded to approve contract number 41-2025, contingent upon further clarification on the nature of the contract. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have contract number 43-2025 with Cox Excavating Plus LLC. We have Code Enforcement Officer Bill Henry.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Been a while before I've come before the board, and a couple tough acts to follow there. I'm here to present contract number 43-2025 for the emergency demo garage only that was located at 322 South H Street. We had 3 bids come in, with Cox Excavating being the lowest. I'm asking the Board of Public Works to approve contract number 43-2025 for Cox Excavating Plus LLC for a sum not to exceed $1,495.
Move for approval.
Second?
Yeah, I don't have any questions for you.
The motion has been
I've
properly,
researched that one out, so I know.
motion has been made and seconded for contract number 43-2025. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you.
a good evening.
You too. And then finally, we have a curb cut petition for 2200 West Main Street. All of the appropriate files and plans have been filed and approved by the Department of Infrastructure and Development.
Mr. Chairman, I would approve this curb cut, and then I have another item after we finish that for the board.
Okay.
Second?
Motion has been properly made and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Mr. Post?
Okay, I had a constituent give me a picture, and so I think this would probably fall under our public safety realm on here. But this location on South 4th Street, and I'll pass this down so that you can look at it. I did go down and look at that particular location. That is on South 4th Street, just short of the curve that you turn to go on to South 5th Street. That condition has been that way since September of 2024. And so I'm not sure exactly who is responsible for that particular area, but if you look at it, the brickwork and the sidewalk is pretty well out, plus the streets there, and they've kind of decorated like a Christmas tree with cans and stuff that they have when I drove down and looked at it. And so I know RP&L, I think, was in there, and they dug different stuff out and put some new lines in and different things there. So I'm not who's responsible in putting that back in. And I know normally the city has contracts, when it's dug up, they have a certain amount of time before, but I would think that should be fixed by somebody.
So you
I
say it was
thought-
on South 4th?
That's on South 4th Street, clear down, just to the curve, almost to the curve on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where it is, yeah. So if we could move that on to the street department or your building
We'll
area.
pass it on.
The other, no, I'll talk to you afterwards on the other issue. Okay, that's all I have.
Anything else to come before the board tonight? We are adjourned. Thanks.
You are watching Whitewater Government Television, WGTV, Channel 11, part of the Whitewater Community Television family of stations.